Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Enchanted Cottage. We are going to read for all the signs today. Timestamps will be in the description box. I will be timestamping as I go along, okay? Heads up to everyone. Big announcement. I have had to redo my personal readings. I am no longer able to offer mini readings, but I do offer personal readings, and I've had to adjust my pricing a little bit on that. The reason I did that, y'all, is just because I was inundated and I had to make that change. And so, you know, I hate it, but I had to do what I had to do. But at any rate, that goes into effect today, March 16th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so anything that is not booked and paid for prior to that time, I just cannot do, and I'll probably have to refund. So at any rate, you know, I had to do what I had to do, and I knew it was probably coming, but, you know, it became a runaway train. And so I want to, you know, make sure the readings that I am able to do are quality and that I bring my best energy to the table when I read, okay? So with that being said, if you haven't already done so, of course, subscribe to my channel. Do check your notifications and make sure it's set to all so that you know when I upload readings and other content, okay? And also, the likes and comments, y'all, mean the world. Help me on YouTube, even the dislikes, so you can do that too. That's fine too. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus whenever we do, especially these quick little snapshot readings like this. But today we are asking the question for closure for you guys. What kind of closure can we get for you guys? We are going to start with Aries. Aries game. Why didn't we get closure? Let's get some closure for Aries. Closure for Aries. Let's take a peek at the energies around your situation. Ooh. Let's take a look, Aries. Okay, first of all, well, two things. All right, you may have been dealing with a Taurus or a Leo or an Earth sign, but they were commitment phobe. Many of them just did not want to commit and may have committed, but at the end of the day, just really wanted to be single and chase their money. Okay, maybe self-employed even, but they're really focused on something else, most of them money, okay? And just really didn't want anything at all, period. They're just kind of playing the field, probably, okay? Probably kind of playing the field. Let's just double check that real quick. You know, yeah, that's where they feel like they're happy right now, and maybe that's true, okay? But yeah, and they honestly, they're chasing coins all day. But that's where their happiness is, in their job right now, many of them. And they just didn't want the responsibility, okay? Just didn't want the responsibility of having commitment to somebody. Just didn't want to take it to the next level, bottom line. I don't know if you realize that, but they're happy and they're vibing, making their coins. That's where their passion lies right now. And so I just don't think they were really ready for anything. I don't think this is a bad person for the majority of you guys, Aries. I don't see that here, okay? I just think they were ready for that, but not this. Does this make sense? I think they probably have a great self-awareness, but they just kind of felt like they were not really in a position to provide you with a lot of happiness and a lot of stability, commitment here. That's what I'm getting. And so they just kind of moved on. Right now, I'd be willing to bet money. No pun intended, because we're looking at a lot of pentacles here. Could be family issues, but for the most of them, it's money. But I'd be willing to bet most of them are single as a Pringle. I really would. All right? We're just going to call that one like it is, Aries gang. All right. Taurus gang. Taurus gang. Closure for you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's take a look, Taurus gang. Let's get some closure for you, Taurus. Let's get some closure. Ooh. All right. So you know what? Their motives weren't all that great either. Okay. They really were hung up on something from the past, honestly. Could have been financial issues as well, but they did not see any value in it for whatever reason. But honestly, you got an immature person here who is very unstable. Point blank, period. this person, when this is in the reverse, sometimes can't see the forest for the trees. May not have seen your value, okay, but didn't see any value in the opportunity here. You know, I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm saying that they felt that way, okay? In my opinion, you may have dodged a bullet because you may have been dealing with somebody that was immature anyway. Distance or energetic distance, maybe change of address as well here. But yeah, okay. Two of Pentacles really were up in their head about the whole thing and just non-committal. That's kind of what I get when I see this card. Non-committal all day long, okay? That's what that's about. Yeah, same thing. You know, just standing there waiting on things to happen. Real, just, you know, not really wanting to take a step forward. You know, thought their ships would be better somewhere else, okay? That's what I'm getting. Five of Wands here, really conflicted about the whole thing as well, okay? So that's kind of what I'm getting for you, Taurus gang. Okay, let's go along to my Geminis. Gemini gang, Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get you some closure. Additional info on your situation. Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What kind of closure can we get for you today? Let's take a look, Gemini. Let's take a look. Woo! Woo! Whoa, you got Aries and Cancer energy for what it's worth, and you got water. Really a lot of immaturity here. A lot of instability. A lot of unresolved issues from their past that don't have a darn thing to do with you, more than likely, okay? Speaks to energetic distance many times, can speak to geographic distance or change of address. But honestly, they were probably, the most of them were hung up on their past. A lot of instability here, fluctuating emotions all day long, okay? And really kind of in victim mode, like not willing to take the bull by the horns and take responsibility for something in their past that happened, okay? And yeah, and it was probably a marriage in their past, okay? Something that originally made them very happy, you know? And so honestly, I think a lot of them went off to be single. They looked at path A and path B. They were hung up in the decision making, but they kind of went off to be single and focus on their coins for a little bit, you know. And that's kind of what I get from this. But rejection, harsh words, crossing lines that can't be uncrossed, you know, deal breaker type energy here with this right here. But unstable, not moving forward, not taking responsibility, and really just looking for someone else to fix all of their problems. And if you weren't the one, which hopefully you weren't, because that's very unhealthy, then they just moved on to something else that would, okay, in their mind anyway. All right, good for you, Gemini. Cancer energy, Cancerians, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Let's get some closure for you guys today, Cancerians. Let's get some closure. Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is my Venus sign, so I always like to read for you guys. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look. Well, definitely withdrew. You may have been dealing with a Virgo. You also have air and fire, okay? But at any rate, you know, this person had really not worked through something from their past. Oh, and you got distance here too, either energetically or, yeah, here we go. Okay, I got the whole story now. All right, this all tied it all together. I thought that was right, and it is. All right, here we go. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so can speak to distance, change of address, whatever. But okay, there is something from this person's past they're still in victim mode about. They have not worked through it in the least. Okay, and have not healed. And as a result, they got walls as high as the moon, okay, from the earth, okay? And you just couldn't work through them no matter how hard you tried. They really need to go inside and fix themselves. But you, on the other hand, are doing that. So kudos to you, okay? And I get that all day long, okay? But they're feeling like they need to be independent. And they really do if they're feeling that way. They're really guarding that heart, okay? And they're not really able to be vulnerable in a way that you would expect a person who is coming at this thing from a healthy place. Emotional immaturity, emotionally closed off with these two cards all day long, okay? Why? Because they got walls up, because they got hurt in the past, and they're in victim mode. They haven't accepted any responsibility for that. I think they will, but who knows when, okay? And I wouldn't wait around on it. I really wouldn't, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's move along to my Leo gang. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Closure for you all day long. Closure for my Leo gang. Let's take a look, Leo. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Leo. You may have been dealing with a Gemini, but you know what? You got the King of Swords in reverse, the Page of Swords in the upright. Immature all day long. Not seeing the forest for the trees sometimes, but they're spying on you for what it's worth with that Page of Swords there. You could have had people that were working two sides against each other, kind of tail-toting too, working against the whole thing with that Magician card here, okay? Outside influence sometimes, tail-toters. And, you know, they can only tote so much. If you don't give them any ammunition, then they have to make up stuff, and then eventually they'll get bored with that. When those people are involved, it is not good. It is not to help you or the other person. It's to help themselves. So probably could have even been a third party here, and you may have not known about it, but they really worked a number on this thing. That's what I'm getting. Yep. And whoever your person is really, really blinded to the whole thing and probably feeling pretty stuck in an imprisonment kind of situation. And you probably feel the same way. You know, Five of Swords here, they are outgrowing it. But at the end of the day, this does speak to them having been deceptive in the past. Okay, some of these people were just, you know, cheater, you know whaters, right? I mean, I'm not going to say it like it is, but yeah. Yeah, they thought they were all that in a bag of chips, so that Magician shit sitting there. And that card can be good or bad. It really just depends. You got air energy all day long, Leo, and then you got Gemini energy. A lot of you were dealing with an air sign. A lot of you were maybe dealing with a Gemini. And an immature one at that. And I can say that because I am a Gemini. I'm not throwing shade. I can say good and negative things about every single sign, okay? We have certain things we are all supposed to overcome. And then when we do, there is no stopping us when we step into our areas of strength, right? So that's kind of what I get. All right, Virgo. Virgo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we got as far as closure for you, Virgo? What do we got? What can we find out? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get some closure for my Virgo friends. Let's get some closure. Okay? Closure for my Virgos. Let's take a look. A lot of immaturity and unstable. Woo! May have been dealing with a Scorpio. Earth energy. Honestly, you know, this person had some old issues that they needed to work through, but they definitely weren't willing to come forward. They may have, but you know what? Very unstable. I think this was probably in and out energy where they were kind of making a commitment and then like, oh no, you know. Could have been financial too for some of you, okay? But unstable, immature sometimes. But at the end of the day, what they had to do was go and work on themselves, okay? And they knew they were unstable. They did, yeah. They did. And, you know, they were in and out. I get that all day long. And you know what? Because you got the Eight of Wands. They probably came at you out of nowhere. Then they withdrew with the Fool card. Then the Devil card, selfishness, okay, which the King of Pentacles can speak to that too. Self-serving, addiction, sometimes deceptive. Three of Pentacles, egotistical, perfectionistic. But at the end of the day, this is mostly out energy, but in and out energy. Why? Because they're unstable and they don't even know what they want themselves. Okay, they don't know what they want. That's the bottom line. But that whatever they want, it's self-serving. And so I think, Virgo, if this is you, and you know, that's Capricorn energy, earth and fire, okay, for what it's worth. But look, Virgo, I don't know where you were in this thing, how much you had invested of your time in it, but it was definitely dodging a bullet. I'm just going to call it like it was, Virgo. All right, Libra gang. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get some closure for you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get some closure. Let's get some closure for my Libra gang. Closure. take a look. Ooh, my cards are going nuts. Well, let's take a look, Libra gang. Let's take a look. This was a strong soul connection with a lot of passion, okay? Probably pretty sex-based. Could have been a little bit of deception involved, but honestly, I really think, and you may have been dealing with a Gemini, you also have fire and air. But look here, with this Nine of Wands, this was fighting a losing battle to begin with, okay? Probably still working through some stuff from the past, okay? That's probably what was going on there. Yeah, Eight of Cups. And in the reverse, but still, and it's what they were internally dealing with, okay? Trying to get some balance. You may have been dealing with a Libra as well. This is Libra energy, all about you stepping into your power, okay? And achieving balance. But this, for many of you, ended in disaster. And this is Aries energy, too. This person was emotionally closed off. That's, you know, why. And the reason is because something from their past that they had not dealt with probably didn't have a darn thing to do with you. Could be holding grudges for some of you, but for the most of you, I just don't see that. But really hung up on something from the past and probably kind of fooling themselves with that Five of Swords, not even really working on their past, but needing to. And, you know, probably in and out energy for some of you. Probably for some of you, this was sex-based and that was it. And that was the only interest in it that they had. Okay? I know that's a lot of scenarios for only 6 cards, but you know, I'm trying to read for as many Libras as I possibly can in a very short length of time. So with that being said, let's move along to my Scorpio gang. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's take a look, Scorpio gang. Let's get you some closure, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Closure for my Scorpio friends. Let's take a look, Scorpio. All right. You know, here's the thing. They were really up in their head about this thing all day long. I think they felt emotion towards you, but they felt like for whatever reason that this was kind of meh and didn't have a long-term potential in their mind. And I don't know why. Could have been financial issues, but, you know, somebody could have been impatient for sure. But, you know, they know that you had the interest, but for some reason they turned it down. I don't think it was a lack of emotion, but either they questioned your motives or they felt like it was not a viable thing for long term. Okay, Scorpio, that's kind of what I get. Yeah, and they were really, they're really up in their head and in limbo about this thing for a long time before they bailed. They gave this some thought. They really did. But at the end of the day, they kind of walked away from it, and I get that all day long, okay? That's what I get. Yep. Felt like it was, they were very overburdened about it, and, yeah. I think they had emotion towards you, but they didn't, they felt like your motives were less than pure. But they had, you know, that's kind of what that is. They really question your motives. And I think they felt like that you maybe were hung up on something from your past. I get that too, okay? I have to call it like I see it. All right, so with that being said, let's move along to Sagittarius. Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I just read for you, Saggy, individually, and you got to check that out. It's pretty cool. All right. Let's take a look, Saggy. Let's get some closure for you. Well, they were really, really nervous about making a commitment to begin with. Knight of Swords, okay? In and out energy, very impulsive and unstable with that Knight of Swords, okay? Probably a lot of ego here with this Emperor card, and that's Aries energy, air, and then you got the Hermit in reverse, which is Virgo energy. Maybe, maybe not. But okay, here's the thing, Sagittarius. Here's what I'm getting. A lot of ego here. Really refusing to do some energy work and in and out energy. I just get all day long, Sagittarius. It's kind of clear cut. They just were back and forth on this whole thing from the get-go. I think they think they're all that in a bag of chips. I do. But honestly, they're very unstable and they don't know what they want. I mean, I get that all day long, Saggy. You know, one minute they want marriage, and the next minute they're up in their head about it, and they don't. Look at here. Look at this in and out energy all day long. Marriage? No. Well, that's this. Shoot now, ask questions later. I don't know what I want. I'm likely to change my mind on a dime. They're unstable as all get out. But they don't even see it. They think they're perfect. They do. Good riddance. You dodged a bullet, Sagittarius. This is consistent with your X reading. You need to check it out, okay? I just did it earlier, and I am uploading it today, probably before this one. So if you haven't seen it, check it out, okay? All right, with that being said, Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I read for your ex earlier today, too, Capricorn, so you might want to check that out, okay? Let's see if this one's consistent with that. Typically, the Sagittarius was. Typically, they are. So, let's take a look. Let's take a look, Capricorn. Get some closure for you, Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay? Okay. You may have married this person and then divorced, okay? I get in and out energy all day long, but you know what? Most of them really wanted to be single, and they thought that was going to be all that. And, but you got the Empress card here, but you got the World reversed. So again, in and out. I think this is going to be one that, yeah, Page of Swords reversed, Page of Wands reversed. Really worrying about other people's opinions, okay? And at the end of the day, I get fickle all day long. Fickle, pickle. Sure do. Probably came in real hard and real fast at one point, and then was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure, because I don't know what I want. Why? Because I'm immature. I don't have a great self-awareness. Maybe I'll be happy single. Maybe I'll be happy being in a long-term relationship. But at the end of the day, I don't even know. Why? Because I don't have a great self-awareness. I don't even know myself. So how can I know what I want when I don't even know who I am? You see what I'm saying, Capricorn? This is consistent with your X reading. Hit it up. I'm telling you, you will see what I'm talking about. And you know what? This is consistent too. You're vibing and doing fine without them. And they're going to come to see that if they don't. That is very, very consistent with what we got with your X reading, Capricorn. You've got to check that out in detail. I'm uploading that before this one, so you will see. All right. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What do you need to know in order to more understand what went wrong and try to get closure for you, Aquarius gang? Let's take a look and get you some closure. Okay? Ooh. Let's take a look, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Aquarius. Let's take a look. What's up? Woo! Well, I'll tell you exactly what it was. This person, you got the King of Wands in the upright, the Ten of Swords at the heart. This broke you up pretty bad. Queen of Wands in the reverse, though. In and out energy all day long. But they don't think there's a thing in the wrong world wrong with them, okay? But they're in and out energy all day long. They think they're that in a bag of chips, okay? This is ego puffed up, okay? But underneath it all, and they're not even aware of it, a lot of self-doubt and self-esteem issues. They have no idea what they want. And unfortunately for you, Aquarius, you got caught in the crossfire, okay, of their own internal hell, okay? Probably haven't worked through something in the past, too, for some of you. But you need to check out your X reading. This is consistent, okay? This is very consistent with what I got as far as your X reading goes, Aquarius. And again, you've glowed up yourself. This is where you are without them. Look at that. Yeah, you took a break. You're fixing you. This is one of the same cards I pulled for you in that reading. And you're fixing you, and as a result, you're stepping into abundance in every area. Not just money, not just family, but in love too. Go you. There you go. All right. Pisces gang. Pisces gang. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's get you some closure. Pisces, I read for your ex too. We're going to see if this is consistent with your X reading, okay? Let's see, Pisces gang. Let's see, Pisces. Let's see what we got here. They lost interest, bottom line. You may have been married to this person, okay? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It wasn't worth your time. I think you married him. Three of Cups here. There is a lot of emotion, at least from one, if not both of you. This Knight of Pentacles is all about, in the reverse, is losing it and not worth your time. Losing interest with the Ace of Wands. Really hesitant to go forward. Okay, maybe you wanted to marry them. Maybe that's why that came up. King of Cups in reverse, okay? Emotionally closed off. Could be immature with this Knight in reverse and this King in reverse like that. Unstable. Okay, Eight of Cups in reverse, though. It's almost like, yeah, again, hesitancy to move forward. I think this person may have been a commitment phobe for many of you. I really do. Yep. Hanging man all day long. Just hanging around waiting. I really think you wanted to marry them, and I think they were a commitment phobe. I think that's what this is about, and I really think they were back and forth with you. I think they took you on a little ride for a little bit, Pisces. Can I just say that? I think they took you on a little ride. Yep, sure do. Distance all day long. Speaking of rides, the Chariot, right? But it came up in reverse. Another card that can mean commitment phobe as well, because they didn't want to move forward. And I think you did. I really do. All right, let's just get some overall for everybody, some information here. All right, everyone, and I know you probably saw this at the beginning, but I did revamp my pricing on personal readings. I had to, and those prices changed. It is reflected in the description box below this video and effective today, the 16th of March at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, okay, for anybody who hasn't booked by then, okay? All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, do not forget your energy work, okay? Go inside for the answers, okay? And I don't read reversals when I do advice like this, but the High Priestess, okay? This is all about going inside, going into solitude and going inside, because there things will be revealed to you that you will not see or hear or smell or touch or taste, okay? But you will just know that you know that you know. Trust me on that. I can only say that. Outgrow competitiveness and rely on yourself and yourself alone. You are your own life preserver at the end of the day, okay? And do not be overly guarded, okay? You want to be cautious when you're considering romantic options, but you want to be in a place where you recognize that there is an appropriate time to become vulnerable and that you are able to do that, okay? Be prudent with your money, but not greedy. Be prudent with your energy, with your time, with your love, but not greedy, okay? Just be mindful of where you spend your resources, okay? Does that make sense? And many of you do have strong soul connections coming after all this debacle. This is the heart's true home. Knight in shining armor, the tarot deck. I don't know what else to say. Can we just leave it on that one and call it a day? That's a good place to end it, okay? Let's do this one. I know I didn't shuffle, but I like it. And I just got up one more time. Okay? I love that. You guys have a blessed and beautiful day. Thank you oh so much for watching, and many blessings to all of my viewers.